controls for bots and stasis. He's later awoke in the strangest of places. Earth was their home now, and in addition, Optimus Prime gave them this mission. Learn from the humans, serve and protect. Live in
This week's Rescue Bots mini retro review covers a Jaws-inspired episode. I am Amy,
I'm Nick. Hello.
and
That was Mike.
yes, that was Mike, trolling the podcast. And we're here to review an episode of Transformers Rescue Bots that aired May 5th of 2012 called Deep Trouble. So, the episode rundown. The mayor and his wife are on their way back from the mainland, visiting, and they have an emergency as their boat is approaching in the evening, and the island, Griffin Rock, in the evening. And they can't see the lighthouse as the underwater sensors that usually pick up approaching ships to turn on the lighthouse, they're not working. So once the bots have to go and save them. So once the bots save the mayor, Doc Green starts to investigate why the sensors aren't working. In the morning, it's the annual Burns family fishing trip, at which point the older kids swiftly find reasons not to be in attendance.
And let me just say, they need to work on their lying.
Yeah, they do.
Those kids don't know how to lie.
Especially Cade was like, Dad, I have that thing, that thing. You're like, going, Cade, you can completely see through that one.
Yeah, I know. With that guy,
Yeah, with that guy, yeah. So, that just gives Cody a chance to have the sole attention of Dad, and of course, Cody also suggests that the bots should come too. So, once they are off on their fishing trip, Cody, Chief, and the bots make a stop to see Doc Green in his mobile research lab, where he quickly explains why the lighthouse sensors aren't working. His electromagnetic sensor was destroyed, so no intel was coming in and being analyzed and sent out. And also where Cody picks up an experimental fishing line that also uses the same electromagnetic tech, which is important to the next part of the part of the episode. And once they get back on their trip to go fish, Heatwave, out of frustration, tries out this nice little, electromagnetic fishing pole and quickly attracts a shark. But this isn't an ordinary shark.
I was going to say.
It's a robot shark with laser shooting eyes. Which, of course, he comes out, he's like, this is awesome. It's like, this is why fishing is so cool. They're like, yeah, sharks don't normally...
Dr. Evil would be proud.
Yeah. Sharks don't normally have metal skin and shoot laser out their eyes. So it's like, oh my gosh. So unfortunately, they are unable to stop this shark in their first confrontation with it. And it ends up going to harass the islanders at Griffin Rock pageant that is being held on the beach, which only gets Green into more trouble. But our heroes, with the help of Doc Green, find out that it's a shark-shaped sub, and that it's attracted to electromagnetics, which is what they were using as this is what they use as bait to lure the sub into a cove to block it within. Only it's distracted by the ferry that also uses electromagnetics in its tech. So they're like, oh crap.
Because it's bigger. Because it gets bigger. It's more attracted to something bigger. So.
Exactly. So as a ferry, they warn the ferry and they go, and Chief and Blades they're having to save the people that are on it. And while the rest of the bots turn into trucks and cars, or trucks underneath the ocean, and drive over there, and they take the shark down. But
it works, people. It works.
Yeah, it all works. It all works out. So they have their first swimming lesson to bring the sub to the dock. The only problem is the sub has a built-in destruct, and Blades jumps in quickly to save the day, and he gets the sub away, and it explodes, and he comes back, and he's safe. And the last bit of the episode is spent on Cody asking all the right questions the audience is asking. Who controlled the sub, and why would they attack? And we are left with the teasing image of the antagonist of the season, which we find out later is Dr. Broko. Spoilers! Sorry.
Yeah, if you guys didn't know yet.
yeah. If it's mini retro. I figured. Yeah. It's a fun episode. It's like I said, it's Jaws inspired.
I think this it was my favorite episode of the season.
Yeah.
I had so much fun. There's so many little Jaws references. I mean, the lines that they use, the
I think
name
we're
of
gonna
the
need a bigger boat.
Yeah. And then Doctor, wait, not Doctor. The captain was Quint,
Oh yeah.
and that yeah,
Yeah.
so he was on there too.
He
No, it
has
was
that.
Captain Shaw, which is a homage to Robert Shaw, who played Quint in
Yeah.
Jaws. There
Yeah.
we go. So it was just so much fun. I loved it.
They
Yeah,
did a really
and
good job with this one, so it was really
mhm.
cool. Yeah, I
And
completely
I
agree
really
with you.
liked the music in this one too. I remember the music really stood out in it. So
Yeah, and this is also the episode where Blades becomes a pirate for the first time.
oh my gosh, how fun is that?
It's a lot of fun, actually. Oh my gosh.
The first time I heard that, I was busting a gut. I still laugh at it, but oh my gosh. This is the episode. If you can't love Blades in this episode, there's something wrong with you. You need to get yourself checked.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you there because some of the things that he says in this are just priceless.
Too
So
funny. Too funny.
it's also amazing that the bots didn't capsize the boat the first time they jumped in it,
Yeah.
which I thought
It's
was like,
Griffin
oh,
Rock again. Defies physics.
exactly. And then, of course, the little moments that you have with the older kids where they're like, hey, do you think we should have gone fishing with Dad? And they're like, nah. But then later on in the episode, they're like, they're reminiscing about the show. Like, going, well, maybe we go back to the dock and see if there's any bit of this, fishing trip left for us to, go enjoy with Dad and Cody. So, but yeah, then they get there on time to say, wow, we really missed an epic shipping or fishing trip because there's a shark there, yo, and it's a submarine, yo. It's like, yeah, you guys kind of did. You should have stayed. You missed all the fun.
Yep.
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 Good times.
It's like I said, I think it's probably, if not my favorite episode of the whole season. So loved it.
Yep. They did a good job. Okay, well, that is our review then of this episode of Deep Trouble. Now, this is our last mini retro review of the Transformers Rescue Bots. But it isn't
We're
our
all caught up. Wow.
Yeah, we are. The next one is I think the next one's supposed to be The Return of Dinobot, but we've already reviewed that one. In fact, that was the first one we reviewed, so we're not going to re-review. You'll go back and listen to old episodes of Radio Free Cybertron and you'll hear it.
Yeah.
So,
Exactly.
but this isn't our last retro review. The next time that we're on, we will be covering Transformers Prime. So we'll start episode 1, season 1. So stay tuned for those. We also
It'll be good because I need to catch up. I need to go back and rewatch them. So
yeah, it's about that
It's gonna
time. It's been like, we're getting close to the end of season 2. It's kind of good to go back and review them. So yeah, we'll be doing that. We've also had a chance to review this episode that we talked about today on the Rescue Center. So if you'd like to check out our full Rescue Bots reviews, you can go to theunderbase.libsyn.com. And that will be it from us this week. So thanks for tuning in to Radio for Cybertron, and we'll catch you next week.
Aloha.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Mike.
Oh, goodness. Awesome.
What a photo bomber you have for a husband.
I know, he's photobombing. He's totally photobombing. Oh, goodness.
At least he did it in a nice way. He did
Yeah.
it like,
Instead
had
of
his
coming up
finger
and
up his nose.
licking me or something like that, because
Yeah.
he did that earlier tonight,
he
right?
got it out of his system earlier.
Yes, I've been harassed. I've been harassed.